This video is to be used for educational purposes only and is not intended to replace individual research or licensed investment advice. Unique experiences and past performance does not guarantee future results. Trading stocks, options, and spot currencies involves substantial risk, and there's always the potential for loss. Your trading results may vary. No representations are being made that any software or training will guarantee profits or not result in losses from trading. This is the Premier Trade Market Wrap.
This is the Market Wrap. I'm Jack Lott here on the JDfn Financial Network. Prices of existing U.S. single-family homes dropped 4.5% in the third quarter from a year ago, matching a record decline from the previous period as the housing downturn deepened a bit. Consumer confidence dropped to the lowest level in 2 years in November as Americans struggled with surging fuel costs and falling home prices. Economists project reports today will show that the Consumer Confidence Index fell to 87.3 from 95.2. That's well below the 90.2 expected. International Council of Shopping Centers UBS Retail Chain Store Sales Index decreased by 0.1% in the week ended November 24th from its level in the week before on a seasonally adjusted comp store basis. According to a report compiled for the U.S. Conference of Mayors, rising foreclosures will lead to billions of dollars in lost economic activity next year in the nation's major metropolitan areas. But homeowners and financial institutions have the ability to work together to contain the effects. The report also stated that the current housing problem will drive down property values by $1.2 trillion next year, slash tax revenue by more than $6.6 billion. Oil prices continue to fall on growing expectations that OPEC ministers will raise crude production following a meeting next week. Many traders believe Saudi Arabia is pushing for production increases against opposition from Iran, Venezuela, and other OPEC nations. The OPEC meeting is scheduled for December 4th. Sirius Satellite Radio announced that Ford is looking to have its satellite radio services in about 70% of Ford and Mercury 2009 vehicles. More than 1 million Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury cars have already shipped with factory-installed Sirius radios. In Forex news today, the premium for options on major economies' currencies over emerging ones fell from a 4-year high as risk aversion increased amid speculation subprime mortgage-related losses will widen. Emergency currency volatility is picking up relative to the majors amid a concern spreading economic slowdown will slow demand for the region's assets. Currencies in emerging countries like Brazil have appreciated against the dollar this year. The swings in their exchange rates have trailed those of major currencies since September, when the Fed began cutting its benchmark overnight interest rates. Dollar gained on the euro after last week's record lows as investors look for clues as to what the European Central Bank might do with interest rates next week. In Asia, the dollar strengthened against the Japanese yen. Japanese authorities say the economy is recovering but are alert for possible fallouts from the U.S. subprime mortgage crisis as well as high oil prices. Economic reports scheduled out tomorrow. Durable goods and existing home sales, both reports for October. Earnings news today. Staples saying net income for the 3-month period ended November 3rd was $274.5 million or 38 cents a share. American Eagle Outfitters net income fell to $99.4 million or 45 cents a share. That compared to 44 cents last year. And Casual Male Retail Group reporting a loss of $3.8 million or 9 cents a share. Earnings out tomorrow scheduled are Joann Stores, TiVo, Coldwater Creek, Dollar Tree Stores, and Men's Warehouse. Some of the stocks in the news today. Intuit will purchase Homestead Technologies for about $170 million. Dick's Sporting Goods said it plans to buy closely held Chick's Sporting Goods for about $40 million. Yahoo said it's been suffering outages of its hosted online shopping services during one of the busiest days of the year for internet commerce. And Pulte Homes affirmed its fourth quarter pre-impairment earnings and cash position outlooks despite a weak housing market. And that is the Market Wrap. I'm Jack Lott, and this is the James Dix Financial Network.